The upcoming CBS series Marshals marks an exciting continuation of the Yellowstone universe, shifting focus to one of its most complex characters, Kayce Dutton, portrayed by Luke Grimes. In this spin-off, Kayce steps into an entirely new role as a U.S. Marshal, blending his rugged cowboy roots with his past as a Navy SEAL to deliver justice across the vast and volatile landscapes of Montana. The show promises high-stakes action, deep emotional exploration, and a fresh take on procedural storytelling, all while carrying forward the themes of family, duty, loyalty, and personal demons that define the original series. Set roughly a year after the events that concluded Yellowstone, the narrative finds Kayce in a period of relative calm on the East Camp portion of the family ranch, which he retained after major land sales. He lives there with his family and livestock, having sold off much of the Dutton holdings to figures like Thomas Rainwater. This downtime has allowed Kayce to confront lingering inner turmoil and prioritize his role as a father. The transition to becoming a marshal begins when Pete Calvin, a former leader from his SEAL team days, recruits him into an elite unit. Cal recognizes Kayce's unique skill set, the combination of SEAL training and cowboy instincts, and believes it will serve the team well in tackling Montana's most dangerous threats. The series is described as an action-driven show with elements of a non-traditional procedural. Rather than following standard crime of the week formats, it delves into the psychological and emotional toll of law enforcement work, particularly for someone accustomed to running toward danger. The Marshals operate as the last line of defense in a region plagued by violence, from local gangs and criminal networks to issues involving indigenous communities on reservations. Storylines touch on realistic contemporary challenges, including conflicts with mining companies, drug cartels, and tensions tied to land and resources. These elements ground the show in real-world complexities, adding depth beyond pure entertainment. Kayce's character arc builds on the healing and self-discovery he achieved in Yellowstone, but now thrusts him back into darker territory. Grimes has spoken about the character's demons and the need to explore his SEAL background more thoroughly, something the original series only hinted at. The Black Hat territory refers to morally gray areas where Kayce's methods may not always align with strict legal protocols. He fights to win even if it means bending rules, creating tension within his new team and with superiors who question his Dutton heritage and unconventional approach. The cast brings together returning Yellowstone faces and fresh additions. Breckin Merrill reprises his role as Tate, Kayce's teenage son, with storylines emphasizing Kayce's growth as a more present and evolved father figure. Gil Birmingham returns as Thomas Rainwater, the influential leader of the Broken Rock Reservation, whose relationship with Kayce has evolved into something almost paternal following the loss of Kayce's own father. Mo Brings Plenty also reprises his role as Rainwater's trusted enforcer, contributing to dynamics involving reservation issues and cross-cultural alliances. New characters round out the Marshal team. Logan Marshall Green plays Cal, Kayce's old SEAL comrade, whose history with Kayce adds layers of darkness and camaraderie. Ash Santos portrays Andrea, a tough Bronx native reassigned to Montana after past job issues. Tatanka Means plays Miles, a former tribal police officer who joins the Marshals to better protect his people. Ariel Kebbel appears as Belle, a former ATF agent with a polished yet rugged demeanor. Brett Cullen takes on the role of their skeptical boss, Harry Gifford, who doubts Kayce's fit due to the Dutton family's reputation for operating outside traditional boundaries. Antagonists include figures like Randall Clegg, portrayed by Michael Cudlitz, a ranching family patriarch who resents the Dutton legacy and mocks Kayce's shift to federal authority. Trailers for the series emphasize intense action, gunfire, explosions, high-speed pursuits, and emotional stakes. One highlights Cal's recruitment pitch, urging Kayce to confront his demons by jumping back into the fray. Another reveals internal conflicts, with warnings about upholding the law versus the Dutton tendency to bend it. Kayce's anger, possibly fueled by past losses and unresolved grief, drives much of the tension, as allies like Rainwater caution him against confusing vengeance with true resolution. With a 13-episode first season, Marshals positions itself as a bridge between the epic family saga of Yellowstone and a more focused law enforcement narrative. It explores the cost of constantly facing danger, how one returns home after intense operations, maintains family bonds and balances personal healing with professional demands. The Montana setting remains central, with its sweeping landscapes underscoring themes of protection, justice, and the clash between old ways and new realities. For fans of the original series, it offers familiar characters in new contexts, while welcoming newcomers with standalone action and character-driven drama. Grimes describes the joy of seeing Kayce form genuine friendships, particularly with Cal, while unraveling complicated shared histories. Overall, Marshals promises to deliver gripping storytelling that honors its roots while forging a distinct path forward in the ever-expanding Yellowstone world.